Can you pass the gravy? The stuffing. The force. Sweet.
Strong with me.
So Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's a passion.
That is a passion.
Turkeys. Turkey Genocide Day.
Yeah.
Sure is delicious.
There are fewer turkeys in the world today
Yeah.
than there were a month ago when they got them ready.
Yeah. Now they're a bunch of frozen with their
butter balls,
innards shoved up their butt
in
a bag.
Innards in a bag in the butt.
And that happens. So yeah.
Some people call that like 3 Friday nights.
There you go. So we're going to talk about Thanksgiving today. We're going to have purpose. Yeah. We're going to have direction.
We will. Yeah, today.
Today, on this Thanksgiving Eve.
Is it the eve?
Maybe.
This?
Oh, well, it's going to be the eve.
We're on Mondays.
Of the eve.
Oh.
No, well, no, only 3 eves.
3 eves?
3 eves.
But I thought these were live.
They are. Whenever you listen to it,
these were day up.
It's live.
It's as live as you are, buddy.
Hey, listen.
I'm pretty lively.
Yeah. I have kids, so
they're very lively.
They are very lively.
They are very lively. What's Thanksgiving like in your house these days?
Well, first of all, Thanksgiving is by far my favorite holiday.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. You literally just eat and drink, and you hang out with friends, family, and nothing else is expected. You know, it's like
I feel like we do that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no.
Every day is Thanksgiving.
This is like, well, we're gonna give you Thursday off, and we're gonna give you Friday off.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
Like, we get together on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give me Friday off for that.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
And we don't always gorge ourselves. This holiday makes it's encouraged.
That's true. It's championed.
Right.
It's expected.
It is expected.
Yeah.
But yeah, the landscape has changed quite a bit because my parents moved down to South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So we still try and get together with everybody. What's pretty cool I'm super lucky because my family and Jen's family, Jen, my wife, they've always gotten along. And
that's
they've
very cool.
Always been very family oriented. Mm-hmm. So long and short of it is it's always been like a blended thing. And holidays, we never had to do, okay, for lunch, we're going to do this one. For dinner, we're going to do this one. It's just,
right.
Everybody just gets together.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I believe this year we're going to my grandmother's. And like I said, my grandmother and Jen's mom are like close friends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Are your parents going to get to come up for Thanksgiving? Like, is everybody going to be together or no?
No, they're up this week.
Nice.
So, but yeah. I love Thanksgiving, man. It's great.
That's cool. Awesome. I know.
I make potatoes. I'm on potato duty.
Potato duty is a good duty.
Yeah.
To be
everybody has a thing that they bring.
Right.
You know? Aunt Patty, of course, she does her delicious desserts. So, and whoever's house it's at, they generally get the turkey.
Right.
And they'll get a couple other things. And a lot of times my in-laws will do the antipasto, which I got to tell you, I think we should just have a holiday where you just eat antipasto.
I feel like, I feel like it is kind of this every time you get together. Isn't it kind of that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm new to the antipasta, honestly.
Oh, man. Antipasta
that's a recent thing recent within the past few years.
It's just like cheeses and meats and olives and breads and man, I can live on that stuff.
I could definitely live on that stuff.
And we haven't even gotten to the turkey yet.
Right, yeah.
So my stomach already hurts. But now we're going to do more of it.
I had a very different experience of Thanksgiving growing up because my family didn't really live. We never really lived near any other relatives, so all of our family was kind of like spread out. So for me, Thanksgiving was always family, but it was immediate family. So it was me and my brothers and mom and dad, and every once in a while, maybe a grandma would come or something like that. But we generally would spend Christmas. We would take a trip to see the grandparents and stuff, or they would come and stay with us. So Thanksgiving was just this kind of like weird little midterm,
just like a small pocket of time.
And even when we did get together, we like the whole like kind of, I imagine it to be very Italian, but also I've experienced it very much since I moved to Long Island in New York. Is just the enormous feast where it's like the 7 courses, right? I remember the first Thanksgiving. I haven't spent a Thanksgiving home with family for over 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Just because I can't get home for that. My family lives in Indiana. I'm in New York, obviously. So I go home for Christmas, and I just can't kind of work it out to where I can go home twice and make that happen. So for me, Thanksgiving forever now has been random. It's been for a while. Me and my good friend Brian Speaker, who's also from Indiana.
I was gonna say I remember you used to go over to his place in Brooklyn.
I would go to Brooklyn every year, and we would be like a bunch of friends that weren't able to go home and stuff, and we'd make all the stuff. We'd do all the courses and everything. We didn't know about the antipasta or anything like that. We would buy some bread and cheese just because, I mean,
bread and cheese.
But we would make a turkey. We'd make ham. But him and I would do everything. So I'd go there the night before, and we would, or I'd go there super early in the morning because I started doing Thanksgiving Eve shows too.
Right.
And so like I would do the show, and I'd go to his place just hungover as could be. And we would put the turkey in and get everything started and everything, and then we would both like pass out, and then we'd get up, check on it, drink, and it was like a booze-filled day of music. We would record music, drink all day, play 007 GoldenEye.
That's great.
On like an old N64. And people would come randomly in and out, and it was just kind of like our thing, and that was our tradition for a number of years. And then he got married, and I was doing more shows, and then I had a girlfriend that wasn't about to go to Thanksgiving in Brooklyn,
right?
And so I started going to her family's place, which was out in like Port Jeff area, and that was a super fun. Like that was like the family traditional Italian. Her family is from Sicily, and it was like the courses all day. And I remember the first time I went, we were like making pasta in the morning while someone else was making turkey at their house, and someone else was making, Uncle Benny was bringing the wine that he made last summer, that was from his base, and that it was like crack wine. You'd take 2 sips of it, and you were hammered. It was just what is this? So that was Thanksgiving for a couple of years then too, and that's where I learned about the antipasta.
Yeah.
Because I ate so much of it that I was like, oh man, that was great. And then they were like, okay, here comes more food, and I was like, you shut your mouth.
Stop it.
Yeah, you need to stop talking.
My father-in-law is all about getting like the good meats and the good cheese,
right?
Like provolone. The stuff that you could smell from a mile away.
Oh yeah, gotta be sharp.
It burns a little bit. That's why you need the bread.
No Belgizio here.
No. No, it's really good. And prosciutto.
Yeah.
Like a real nice thin sliced, kind of the fat kind of taken off.
Ah, so good.
Rolls them up. Oh man. Can it be Thanksgiving yet?
That's awesome. Like, yeah, so and even in the past couple of years I've been going to Annie and I have been doing like the tour of Staten Island and Jersey to visit like a number of different family members. So then it's like we go to one place for the antipasta, and then we go to another place for the turkey, and then we go to another place for dessert. And that's been fun too, because it's been like a little tour, which has been a good time. So this year, I think we're probably just gonna be the two of us, just kind of hang out and do it ourselves. Yeah, it's a weird year. So
yeah, man, it's well, you better get some cheese.
Yeah. Oh,
get some cheese,
dude. I pick at
the one thing I gotta
cheese.
say is, and your mac and cheese is that of legend.
Right.
Is you don't skimp on the cheese.
I do not skimp on the cheese. I know how to pick out a cheese.
The first time you made the mac and cheese, what was it, like $45 on cheese or something like that?
Yep. And it's gone up since then.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to improve it.
He does a hell of a job with the cheese.
Yeah.
And the flavors are good too. You don't just go and get random cheeses.
No, you gotta
do it
pair
methodically, and this would go good because of
absolutely this. You need a little bit of smoky, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of sharp.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. You know what else we need?
What's that? We do.
We need some.
We do.
So that's another thing about Thanksgiving is the drink.
Lots of drink.
The first time I was ever drunk, I was super young, but it was at Thanksgiving.
Nice.
We were at my grandmother's, and I decided to spend the night there.
Mm-hmm.
And it must have been like 13 or something like that, maybe 14. And that was the one day a year my parents were like, go ahead, have some champagne. And we'd always have champagne. We'd do the toast and whatnot. And, they buy like one bottle of like cold duck or whatever it is. Right. and one of Brut. And so I was super excited. And there was some left over. And I was like, you know what? I helped clean up and stuff like that. And that night I hit the champagne, the leftover champagne, pretty hard. And that was the first time. Yeah, that was the first time I was drunk. And champagne hangovers,
awful.
Not good.
Yeah, it's like a wine hangover, but worse.
Right.
It's like having a wine hangover with someone standing on your head.
Yes. Yeah. And then you're also kind of gassy because of all the carbonation and stuff.
So stomach problems too.
Yeah, just I didn't drink for another like 2.5, 3 years after that. So
as an aside, my first time ever getting drunk was at my friend Steve's house. Not going to give his last name just in case. But we were in 5th grade, right? 5th grade, and his parents, his dad worked for the radio station, and his mom owned a Subway. And they were both working, and I used to spend like every day there. And they had their liquor cabinet, and we got into their liquor cabinet, and we drank like straight vodka.
Oh,
it's just
that you did not crawl. You ran before you crawled.
Straight vodka, yeah. And then we got into doing the whole like fill the bottle up with a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Afterwards. Not realizing that the next time we went for vodka, it was watered down vodka because 5th grade, stupid.
Yeah. And you were probably like the second time around, they go, oh, sweet.
I can handle so much more.
I can handle so much more.
Exactly.
I'm a champ.
Yeah. Look at me go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my first and second and third.
I got to tell you, vodka.
And 4th times getting drunk. We're all probably.
So what's funny about vodka, when I was younger, my mom, I don't remember why I remember this so vividly, but my uncle's family owned a bar in Queens, and we went there, and the whole family from Ireland was over and everything. We went out to this bar, and I was allowed in. I was 16, 17, whatever it was, probably maybe 15. I don't know. They let me have like a screwdriver, and my mom was like, that's the thing about, I used to drink vodka because you can't smell it.
Right.
That's a lie.
That is not true.
That is absolutely not true.
That is not at all. You could completely
smell vodka.
Yeah.
And
I could pick vodka out of a lineup.
and then once high school came around, that stuck with me, and I was like at a party or I was at my friend's house, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go for the vodka because you can't smell it.
Right.
And immediately she goes, "Were you drinking?" No. What makes you think that? She's like, "Because you smell like vodka." I said, "God damn it, vodka doesn't smell."
You're wrong.
Wrong. That was not a fun night.
I got caught in high school drinking, and it stopped my drinking. I was actually it was junior high. I got caught, and I spent my entire high school life straight edge. Didn't drink, didn't smoke. My friends were smoking weed. I didn't do any of that. And it was because I honestly, like, I drank a lot in like 6th grade and then junior high. I would fill hairspray bottles up with vodka and have it in my locker at school. And I would like, in between classes, I would take sips and stuff. I was drunk at school like many, many times. And like I maintained this horrible behavior, not recommended. Didn't do me well either. A lot of suspensions, a lot of getting in trouble in class because when I get drunk, I get mouthy. So more mouthy than I am anyway. But I went to a party at like one of my, like, not even my friends' houses, but this girl that I really liked. So it was like, I really liked her and we were close and we were like, maybe gonna think about doing it.
It was a possibility.
It was a possibility, and by doing it, I mean probably making out, embarrassingly getting a boner and then leaving.
Right.
That's what I mean by doing it.
That's what happens.
And, that's what happens in junior high. So I went to the party and my parents dropped me off with 2 of my friends and I was having a sleepover. We go to the party and there's vodka at the party.
Yeah.
Right. And I proceed, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I can drink all this vodka because I've been drinking vodka since 5th grade. And, I've been building my tolerance on my watered down vodka. Right. So I just kept drinking it. Like, I was like, I'm going to drink vodka until there's no more opportunities to drink vodka, which means I have to drink it until the vodka's gone.
Right.
So I just kept drinking vodka. I got completely wrecked.
Of course you did.
Parents came to pick me up with my friends. They tried to cover for me. We were like, I probably stumbled in the house and was like, we're just going to go upstairs, and went upstairs. And I vaguely remember my parents being like, we need you to come downstairs. And I came downstairs and my dad was like sitting in this, I still remember the chair. It had like really thin, like wood arms, and he's sitting with his hands on the arms. He's like gripping them and he's like looking at me and he goes, "You look wasted, buddy." And I was like, "What?" You don't even know what you're talking about. Like typical, like,
please.
Wasted. You're wasted. And so what happened from there was my mom said, "Okay, well, you're going to go to bed and we'll talk about this tomorrow." And I went to bed and I woke up the next day and they didn't really say much to me. And they were like, "We need you to go downstairs and clean the basement and start doing this." And I was like, okay, maybe I got away with this. Maybe they're just giving me like, maybe it's just tasks now. They're going to like make me work this off. And I was like, all right, okay, I might have, we talked and they told me things and, we had a conversation like adults. Yeah. And I think I got through this. I think I'm okay. Come to find out that my mom called the girl's mom and was like, "Hi, I'm Jimmy Garavac's mother. And I just wanted to let you know that there was alcohol at your party because Jamie came home very drunk. And I don't know who brought it. I don't know if he brought it, but I do know that it was there. And I just wanted you to know in case any other parents found anything out about their kids. And I thought that it was important that you had this information." So I didn't know that happened until I went to school.
Oof.
And then when I went to school, I found out quickly that nobody wanted to talk to me.
Ooh.
Nor was I ever invited to anything.
Ever again.
Ever again.
Oh boy.
And I was like, okay, this is awful.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to drink anymore.
And then there you go.
And then there I went, and I didn't drink again. I mean, I had a couple scary drinking moments in like 7th grade and stuff too. I used to drink to the point of blacking out, to where like there were a couple times that I woke up in the front lawn of down the street from my house. Like, I don't know why. I don't know how. Like, I woke up outside on the front lawn, but like those things happened, and I didn't.
That's yeah.
I didn't know how to deal with that. So that was like little scary moments, and I don't really have blackout drunks, but like, you know, rum will
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'll lose some time with that. I'll do a little time travel. So yeah, all those things happened, and I didn't drink again, honestly, until I was 21. And then when I was 21, my friend Mike and my friend Brady were like, we're bringing you to Chicago for your 21st birthday. And we went to this really cool like industrial goth club called Club Neo, right? And it was down an alleyway, and there was like a gargoyle projected on the wall, and you walk into this, you know, you go in and it's all just like like everything was that. Yeah. People dressed like people playing like live action vampire games.
Okay.
Like literally some guy came up to me and put his hand on my shoulder, and he was like, you are my slave and I am Rimur or something weird like that. And I was like, I'm not playing. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not playing.
I'm not playing.
And it literally, I said that, and he was like, okay. And he walked and went and found somebody else, found another slave.
Cool.
But yeah, so that night I had a couple of drinks. My friend Mike and Brady proceeded to get wildly drunk, so I stopped drinking after 2 and was like, looks like I'm driving home from Chicago.
Oh man!
So that was a long aside, but yeah, that was my my experience with drinking.
Your foray back into drinking, and the goth scene.
Yeah,
cool.
And then it was vodka for a very long time. If you find any photos of Sick as Monday, there's generally a glass of vodka, either a vodka cranberry or a vodka gimlet in my hand, and I switched over to Jameson when Craving Strange started.
Yeah. Well, this is not Jameson.
No,
this is Rowan Co. or Rowan Company, I'm sure. But they're out of Dublin. They're not a sponsor.
No, not a sponsor.
We will take their sponsorship if they choose to give it to us.
If they choose.
We're going to try this. We've never drank this before.
Never had it. I saw the bottle. It just,
it's a nice looking bottle.
Yeah, like it stood out to me on the shelf. It looks very kind of like it almost looks like, it reminds me of like those old mason jars, as far as, because there's writing that's like
the raised glass
there's raised glass writing on it. For those of you that are listening, I like the wood topper.
Yeah,
you know, I think that's cool. I like the cork. I like when I see something that has a cork in
cork,
it.
It's like, oh, this is classy.
Yeah, it makes me think like, someone took that step. Someone thought like, we need more than a screw cap to communicate our worth.
Yeah,
but ultimately it's going to be the taste. So let's check this out. The scent is nice.
Yeah,
it's clean actually.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's really like light.
Yeah,
like it finishes almost super clean. Like I don't have any kind of. I mean, it's been sitting with ice for a little bit. Not long, a couple minutes. I like ice in my whiskeys to kind of tame it down so I can taste more.
Yeah.
Personally, sorry to all of you
purists,
neaters out there. I'm just not a neater.
It's nice.
But yeah, this is very drinkable.
This is
wow.
It's gonna have to become a thing.
There's like it's not fruity, but there's like a subtle sweetness to it. And like maybe more of a vanilla almost.
Yeah, it's a sweetness of some sort,
but it doesn't taste like vanilla, and it doesn't really taste like fruit. It's like
It's not that tart sweet that you get from a whiskey. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
Or sour sweet.
No sour at all.
Very nice.
Yeah, no sour at all. That's a difference too.
Nice.
So for all you ASMR people.
Pinkies up. Yes. So,
yeah, Rowan
thanks
Co.
for,
That's a positive. I like that one.
thanks for bringing it down with the. I was in 7th grade and blacking out.
I didn't think that was bringing it down. I think it's entertaining.
Yeah,
I don't shy away from it.
Yeah, you were like, oh well,
That's
it was scary.
That's dude.
I had some scary drunk times.
That's
and,
I've had way scarier times. We can get into it another
sure.
time. But
I'm sure.
we can. They have nothing to do
sure.
with Thanksgiving or drinking.
Yeah. One thing I gotta say, going back to the Thanksgiving thing, super important is the stuffing.
Incredibly.
And I don't know about you, but the best stuffing tends to be from the box.
I am 100% on your side.
I get it. People put a lot of time and effort. Don't put fucking raisins in it.
Ew.
Why are you putting raisins?
Yeah, I don't need your
in
dead
my
grapes.
stuffing?
If you're gonna kill grapes, make wine. I don't need your raisins.
I don't mind raisins.
I don't mind them in like raisin bran.
Right.
I'll eat them in a cereal. That's it.
Leave them out of the goddamn stuffing.
Yeah.
Something else that is awesome, cornbread stuffing.
I like cornbread anything. Like cornbread is awesome.
Is great.
But I'm not a I've had in the past couple of years I've actually had cornbread that had like full on kernels of corn in it, and I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of that.
I'm not a fan of that.
It's
off-putting.
If I wanted that, I'd get a can of corn.
Yeah.
And just eat from the can of corn.
It's off-putting to me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that myself.
Yeah, I don't like that. Also, Annie's mom makes a stuffing. They call it sidewalk stuffing. I don't know if that's a common thing.
I've never heard of that.
But it terrifies me because it's got like there's cheese in it, and it's like it's this like it almost looks like a lasagna. It's so like thick and dense with with layers and
it's so
cheese.
funny because I know what you mean by dense stuffing, and it's
right.
And it sits in your stomach for 8 days after you eat it. It's just like thick bread.
Yeah, and her like everyone when we've been there, they're super excited about it. And Annie loves it and everything. And she's like, "Did you want some?" And I'm like, I don't. Like I tried it, but it was the second year that I went that I even tried it because the first year I saw it and I was like, I'm not putting that in my mouth. I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. All I know is like by looking at it, I know that I'm not gonna enjoy the process of it being processed. Like I
This is gonna be a disaster.
yeah, this is there's nothing that's good. And also like cheese and stuffing just seems weird to me. Like I love cheese.
Listen, you know what? I guess there are worse combinations.
Yeah.
But stuffing is bread.
Right.
Cheese, when you cook the cheese, it creates the oils.
I can put
And it's
cheese on any of the ingredients to stuffing separately. I can put cheese on bread. I can put cheese on onions. I can put cheese on, whatever. I mean, a lot of people put a lot of different things in stuffing, but I can add cheese to a lot of those things. But I don't feel like stuffing is something that I need to spatula out of a casserole dish.
Yeah.
It just feels weird to me.
Yeah.
And there's no little burnt edges to the stuffing, and I love the burnt edges to the stuffing.
Burnt edges are great.
I prefer the stuffing from the pan than the stuffing that's been stuffed in the turkey.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
100%. Like that stuff, I'm just like, I don't need your dough.
This
spicy dough.
Sidewalk stuffing. The consistency kind of makes me think of something that my dad used to get.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but have you ever had canned bread?
No.
Everybody has that
Why?
same face.
Why do you can? Who cans bread?
It's a thing. It's a thing. Canned bread. It's actually
Wow.
not bad at all.
Huh?
My dad used to get it, and the first time I saw it, I was appalled and disgusted. And he said, "No, you got to try it. Have a slice." And it's, that Jello mold of
bread?
the can. You have the little ribs in the can
Right.
and everything, and you cut a slice off. You put a little butter on it. Canned bread. It's a thing, folks. Check it out.
I'm confused. But, I would try it.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely try it.
It's a brown bread.
Okay.
It's on the sweeter side.
Okay. That makes a little more sense, because if you're going to keep it and you're going to try and keep like a sweet bread, like canning it, makes a little sense.
I believe there are raisins in it, which they fit for this. Mm-hmm. Leave them out of the stuffing.
Yeah.
Canned bread, okay.
I feel like you could just put whatever in canned bread.
I think
I feel like it's a blank canvas.
I think maybe we need to do a canned bread tasting.
Yeah, I'll do a canned bread taste. Where do you buy it? Like Army surplus? Like where?
No,
Is it rations?
It's at the regular grocery store.
I need to go down I need to look for this. I need to find this.
I haven't bought it since I moved out of my parents' house. All of 10 years ago,
right.
12 years ago, whatever it is. So I don't know where the hell it is, but I do know that it is a thing.
Sure, we
still.
can find it.
Yeah. I want to say it's made by
I am so interested in this
company that makes beans. I don't know which company it is.
I mean, it figures, but
well, yeah,
that immediately makes it less appetizing to me.
Dude, it's canned bread.
It's canned bread.
It sounds awful to begin with.
Right. Yeah. But
what else can I say that's going to be more
So how do you
do
you I guess you get a can opener, take off both sides and just push out the cylinder of bread.
Kind of come on.
You get it out.
It's like trying to get the bottom of the ketchup.
You get the bread out the same way that you put a flagpole into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like trying to get that ketchup at the bottom of the bottle. That you can finish your meal with that little bit.
Right.
So you try for 40 minutes while your meal gets cold to get that. Just keep going.
They sell those the little toppers now that have legs on them so that you can keep your ketchups upside down.
Well, we buy the bottle now that is
the bottle with the wider
stored upside down,
wider top.
But nobody in my house stores it that way.
But it's more stable that way by design.
When you read the label, it's upside down when you go get it in the fucking fridge. It's like, hello, people.
Right.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah, that's weird. That's odd.
That's one of the things. It's like when the toilet paper isn't over.
You're an over, right?
It's not the behind.
Yep, it's over. It's got to be over. I switch it all the time.
I do. Because people's houses all the time.
Other people's houses too. Yeah, I'm just like, you don't want this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fix this. Thing. So I'm gonna help you out.
I'll literally open my fridge. I'll look on the door. I won't even go for the ketchup, and I'll see it, and I turn it around just because. What's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. Give it what it wants.
Right. Right.
It tells you what it wants. Give it what it wants.
That's what I do.
It wants to do handstands.
Right. It's not even handstands.
Right. No.
Or they're wearing the shirt upside down.
That's the bottom.
It is the bottom.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the idiots at the factory put the label upside down.
On all of them. Forever.
It's like adding an extra L to your name.
That would be crazy.
That would be stupid.
Yeah. If I added an L to my name, it would be an extra L. Because I don't have any.
There you go.
But yeah, who would do that? That'd be stupid.
What an oversight.
How do you overlook that?
How do you... I mean, I guess it happens to the best of us.
Probably not.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So speaking of odd breads, I've been looking into. I wanted to try to make some bread,
Okay.
right? And I have a kitchen where I can make bread, but I don't have the stuff. Like I have everything I need to make bread, but I don't have enough bowls. I don't have a rolling pin. I don't have those kind of things, right? So I'd have to find other ways to do it. And just while I'm looking for like no knead breads and simple breads and stuff, because I don't want to get into too much like baking. I've done it before. My grandma used to bake bread, and so like I would do it with her sometimes. Yeah. And that was cool, and I enjoyed it. But I was looking into like sourdough, things like that. There's a whole site dedicated to 2-ingredient bread, right? And if you look at what the ingredients are in most simple breads, you have flour, salt, sugar, and then usually like sometimes like milk or water, right? And that's really it. Water, flour, sugar,
right?
yeast. Yeah. And so there's I think maybe it's 3-ingredient bread, and people are taking like self-rising flour,
Okay.
right? And Haagen-Dazs ice cream, because Haagen-Dazs ice cream contains milk, sugar, salt, water. That's it. The other ingredients that you would use to make bread.
Huh.
And so they're adding that to the flour and the yeast, and then putting it in like a baking tin, and they're baking bread from it. And they're making a bread that's got hints of whatever flavor the ice cream is, because if you get an ice cream that's only got those couple ingredients, now you're using all the ingredients for bread, and some of it's just already put together. And I was like,
awesome.
That's amazing.
Now, do you melt the ice cream first?
You let it get softened.
Okay.
You just got to let it be soft. So it's like they leave it out for while you're preparing the yeast and the flour. Crazy, right? And I'm like,
I'm gonna do this.
I got to do this. I got to try this.
I have off this week. I'm gonna do this.
I've from what I've read, like if you get ice creams that have like swirls and stuff in them, it doesn't work as well.
Right.
But it makes a very like a dense kind of almost a cakey bread, like where the inside is very
like canned bread.
Maybe. I don't know. It's definitely sliceable.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure canned bread is too. I guess anything solid is sliceable.
It is.
But yeah, like they did it with like vanilla ice cream, and then like you just get hints of sweetness in the bread, and like coffee ice cream, and you get like put a little powdered sugar and stuff on it, and they serve it either like hot with butter, or they serve it like with a scoop of ice cream or something like that as a dessert, or like a savory.
That is awesome.
I thought so too. I was like,
that's a great story.
Wow.
It's not quite canned bread, but it's still pretty awesome.
It's up there with canned bread, but not quite. Yeah.
No.
I agree.
I mean, canned bread is
like,
here.
Canned bread is definitely here.
Ice cream bread.
Bread is like
here.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah. I just love the science behind like, use all the same stuff.
Well, yeah, that's kind of
great.
It's almost like a recycle, like reuse and recycle kind of frame of mind, where you just go, okay, well, this already has this, and I need this.
Right.
Let's use them.
It's definitely not a fiscally responsible bread, because a loaf of bread is like $3, and a Haagen-Dazs pint is like $6.
Yeah. Yeah, Haagen-Dazs is
it's a pricey cream.
It's pricey ice cream.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the Haagen-Dazs Bailey's shake?
I have. I am somewhat of an ice cream connoisseur.
Yeah.
I very much enjoy ice cream. Ice cream and popsicles are my two like I kind of gotta have at least one of them in the freezer at all times.
Okay.
No matter the season, no matter.
I'm not really a sweets person, but I do enjoy a good ice cream. I'm a mint chocolate chip guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mint chocolate chip, 100%.
But, I think we spoke about this.
Yeah. I'm not into the green mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah.
I prefer the white, even though they probably taste exactly the same.
Right.
Mint's not green.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the leaf is, but.
The leaf is.
Yeah. but there's no need. It's color they added.
Yeah. I'm not going down this rabbit hole again.
All right, that's fine. Breyers mint chocolate chip, excellent.
Yeah. Actually, based on our release schedule,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if we're going to have that out yet.
Maybe not.
So we might be Tarantinoing it yet again.
Nice. This is some Inception level stuff here, guys.
Yeah. It's what happens when you're efficient.
Right.
You become inefficient in
By
other
efficiency.
capacities.
Yeah.
But hey.
Efficiency has created our inefficiency. And
Inefficiency
I've gone
is
cross-eyed.
my bacon.
Inefficiency is my bacon.
Yeah. So, okay.
So I see you're wearing gray shorts. I got gray pants on. How do you deal with, because every time I take a sip, a little drip of water comes down.
Yeah.
And now I have this, like...
It looks like you kind of peed yourself.
Well, that would be a far from... Like, if I peed myself there, I'd be bragging about a lot. Because it's like people mid-thigh.
Yeah, well. Hey, listen.
I mean... I'm not assuming anything, but I guess I'm giving away something.
How do I deal with it?
But how do you?
I live with it.
Yeah, you just kind of go with it, right?
I just live with it, you know?
I kind of do too. I'm just kind of like, whatever, man.
Yeah, I mean,
it's great pants.
Yeah, it sucks. But you know, and then sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take the condensation and I'll just wipe all of my pants. So this way it all matches.
I do that every time with condensation.
Right.
I don't carry hankies with me for condensation.
You know what? You know what we need to make now? Condensation hankies.
Condensation hankies. Oh. Yeah.
Patent pending.
Yep. Hankies are my bacon. Bacon is my passion. Condensation hanky. Wow.
I think we've got something.
I'm going to get on that. I'm
Yeah,
going to get right on that.
Yep. We need to get on the I'm a good do it.
I'm going to do it. Yeah. That one's got to happen too.
That's going to happen. But yeah.
It's all about the fonts.
Yeah, here we go. There's
Yeah, well, I just it's a growing. I got 2 here.
Yeah, it's never in the same spot.
No, ever.
No. I think it's also the trajectory, like how you move.
Well, I think even without thinking about it, I'm like, the last time I went this way and it hit my leg, so I'm going to go this way this time, and then it hits a different part of my leg, and I go, so this time I'm going to go this way. You know.
So it looks like your right leg was in the rain.
Yeah.
But the rest of your body wasn't.
In a very sporadic rain moment.
You ever watch Mythbusters?
Love Mythbusters.
Love Mythbusters.
Yeah, watched almost all of every season.
Yeah, so my boss was talking about how he had to run to his car because it was raining.
Right.
I said, don't run to your car.
Don't run to your car.
Just walk briskly.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't believe me. He got fucking soaked going to his car.
Yeah. And
then I sent him the episode of Mythbusters.
Nice.
You learn something new every day.
I have a certain friend. You know this friend. We all know her. She's listening. She listens all the time. And I'm not going to name her because it'll bug her.
Mm-hmm.
But I constantly remind her the Mythbusters episode that talks about sneezing into your elbow. Because she coughs or sneezes like she doesn't even cover. She just like, bah! Just straight out into the world. She's just like,
okay.
Yeah, I am just a delivery service for spittle and sickness.
Every
And
undesirable
everything.
thing
Yeah.
you could possibly think of.
Yes, it's coming at you.
Yeah. Hey,
Coming
listen.
at you. And,
Everybody's got their specialty. That can be hers.
I'm always like, hey, savage. Put your face in your elbow, you animal.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Oh, you know what? You know what else was a great Mythbusters? The dairy creamer.
Yeah.
Explosive dairy creamer.
Explosive dairy creamer.
Whenever at work, if I see somebody pouring it into their cup, I always go, hey, you want to see something cool? I pull the video up on YouTube. I said, you're ingesting that. Now, of course, they had to use like 200,000 pounds of coffee creamer to get it to explode that way, but still.
Well, actually, and I recently, funny enough, like just the other day, I found Jack Black has a YouTube video series that he calls Jablinski Games, right? and a lot of it is like Tenacious D on the road and on tour. He just has a social media person follow him with a camera, and then just edit his videos. And they were doing a show with the Foo Fighters, and the first part of it is it was the Foo Fighters and what other band? Doesn't matter. I can't remember them. But they went to some place where they were playing this game where they were throwing clay at gunpowder. And they had targets, and if they hit it, it would explode. Wow. And it was an indoor thing where they were like playing this game. I was like, this is amazing, right? But then it was right after their show, Dave Grohl came down to visit them, and in the middle of him talking to them, he was like, did you know that if you take coffee creamer, like non-dairy coffee creamer, and a lighter, and you just like slowly pour it over the lighter, it'll completely like flame up? And they were like, what? I can't believe this. And he goes, I'll go get some. And he like runs off. and they never have him come back in the video. Like the video ends. And so the guy that does Jack Black's videos put out a companion video of himself going, guys, like we've gotten a lot of people writing in about this. Dave never came back. The next time we all saw him, he was on stage and they were playing. So I thought that I would put it to the test right now. And he goes outside and he has like a little thing of non-dairy creamer, and just like one of those like your like a grill lighter, the long end, and he pours it over it slowly, and it literally just fireballs up right in front of him. And he was like, "It works! It absolutely works!"
That's amazing.
I was like, "That's fantastic."
Yeah, I always make sure that they mix their coffee and they have it ready and they're going for their first sip. And so here's the best part of the video. And
check this out.
Giant fireball.
Enjoy your cigarette break.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's, I love Mythbusters, man. They have a children's version of it.
Do they?
That just came out on, I think it's on Hulu. I had Gavin watch it.
I'll have to check it out.
They bring back Buster a lot.
Nice.
He's like a big part of that show.
Man, I love that show. I remember when I watched it when it was still on, but then when I found it on Hulu, it was like, oh man, I'm going back and I'm watching all of this over again. Yeah. And I would watch it like when I was going to sleep. Annie and I would put it on to go to sleep and everything. We were just like, Mythbusters, that's what we're watching. Yeah. And I learned so much from that show.
Yeah.
And it just made me appreciate science a lot, which is super cool. Awesome. Which I've always really dug it, but when I was in school and everything and I was in science, I dug it more in like the cool, I can put these things together and they'll change color, or I can, I used to write things on my desk by putting a Bunsen burner upside down and rubbing it on the desk and then lighting it, and then I would get sent to the office. But there, or I would like mix up acids and put them on something and see what happened. Like I love that stuff. I think it's super cool. I took chemistry and I took science and earth science, but it was never to the point of appreciating it. It was always to the point of like, oh, cool things happen.
Yeah.
But Bill Nye has a series on Netflix.
Yes.
Saves the World, and he does a couple of really cool like science experiments and things on that. It's so interesting to me how everything has an explanation.
Yeah.
And I love that everything has an explanation. And I also love that they're cool with it changing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we thought this for a really long time, but we don't think it anymore. And here's why, because we kept looking into it. Yeah. Like there's never a point where they go, figured it out, done, walk away.
Yep.
It's like, figured it out.
Testing the theory.
Let's keep figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I like that. I'm one that likes to beat a dead horse.
Yeah.
So science appeals to me.
Science I dealt with in high school was when a buddy of mine worked at Ace Hardware, and we learned a lot of fun things you can do with muriatic acid.
Yes.
What we used to do is we used to get empty soda bottles and Gatorade bottles, and we'd get aluminum foil, and we'd rip little pieces off, and you crumple them up, you put them in, you put a little bit of muriatic acid, you close that sucker up, you toss it, Ba-boom.
Yeah.
Loud noises.
I love loud noises.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then they stopped selling him muriatic acid
Yeah.
at Ace because
They'll do that.
it was we bought a lot of muriatic acid. and apparently that's probably like a form of terrorism.
Yeah.
at some
Yeah.
point
Well, yeah,
now,
you're on a list
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, so
It's good that you haven't been stopped flying. Like
yeah. But hey, that was fun.
yeah,
Our little Mythbuster.
yeah, I got into too many other things. I was like, what do these chemicals do to my body? And I
Yeah.
did a lot of that.
You know what's messed up?
What's that?
Air in a can.
Air in a can.
You turn that sucker upside down.
Whippets, man.
I actually got a huge frostbite mark because a friend of mine just walked up to me and was just like,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, that was bad. It was like a frostbite burn.
Yeah, I had a little mole removed off my under my eye with that.
Oh,
I went to a doctor and they did it, and I was like, "That's air in a can." I know what that is. Don't
like
call it.
MacGyver.
Don't give me a dumb name
don't give me
for it.
biofreeze.
Don't give me a dumb name. Like that's air in a can.
Yeah. We also froze a cucumber.
Oh,
Tossed it against the wall.
shattered.
It shattered.
Yeah,
It's pretty
I've
badass.
I've frozen a few things, like in different classes and stuff. I did a physics when I was in school. We did a physics trip to Six Flags, and we got to do all these different like experiments. Like we're going roller coasters and like hold the string with the you'd have like a protractor, and you'd hold the string and you'd see kind of
Yeah.
where the weight on the string would move while you were going down a roller coaster or something like that to see like gravity and everything. I don't remember anything that the string did because I was on a roller coaster.
Right.
But just the fact that we had that trip, and then we did the thing like you had to drop an egg out of a third story window.
Yeah.
And you had to create some kind of contraption to make it not break.
Yeah.
Right. I boiled my egg.
There you go.
They didn't say I couldn't.
Yeah. No. Hey,
They didn't say I couldn't. It still cracked and I failed, but it's they were like, yeah, you boiled your egg, but the shell cracked. So that was the test.
Something I actually did in high school. It wasn't actual science. It was part of my economics social studies thing in senior year. A buddy of mine and I, we had to pitch a like a product or a thing.
Okay.
And we came up with the GEC. And basically what it was is we had a plan to take adrenal glands from chickens and blend them up and then feed them to other chickens to make them genetically engineered cocks. And we made a video. We even made my friend Steve dress up like a chicken.
Right.
And beat the shit out of a stuffed chicken. Rubber chicken, I'm sorry.
Okay. Very different to
yeah.
beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used one of those pen that looked like a syringe to inject the adrenal glands
Right.
into the original chicken. We haven't actually gotten to do the actual science experiment, but I
Right.
think it holds a lot of water based on what we did in high school.
What's the goal? Or the hypothesis?
The hypothesis is I got an A.
Oh, well, yeah.
And we did a video where
So you win.
we said genetically engineered cocks in high school
That's a win. I'll take that.
like
Yeah.
several times.
Absolutely.
Another fun thing that I don't know if it's a science experiment or not. I mean, we'll call it a marine biology experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you were to get, let's say, a 4-foot pool, okay, maybe the size of this room, so 15 by 14 or whatever it
Okay.
might be, and you put a dolphin in there, you think you could beat the dolphin in a fight?
No.
See, I don't know, because they need the speed, they need the water to kind of.
Well, okay. Is the room filled with water? Because
Yeah.
if there's no water in the room, then yes.
No. It's a pool. It'd be a
Right.
pool.
Then no.
No?
No, not at all. Because a dolphin is just one big muscle.
Yeah.
And they can spin around in there because they're cartilage too, and they'll jump. They'll spin.
Yeah,
around
but I'm
and
just
stuff.
saying it's a 4-foot pool. It's only 10 by 12,
Right.
or whatever. So they can't really get their wits about them.
Maybe not, but I think like if you were to grab onto a dolphin and try and wrestle it,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it would make very short work of you.
All
me,
I'm saying
or
is that
a
I
human,
probably buy that on pay-per-view.
without a doubt.
So
Without a doubt.
anybody who wants to wrestle a dolphin.
It would probably never happen, though. I mean, people pick at SeaWorld. I think that would be
Oh,
even
yeah.
worse.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
Yeah.
All right. The deep dark web. Anybody in the deep dark
The dark web. Dolphinfights.com.
Whoever could get me a dolphin, a pool, and a schmuck that's going to wrestle that dolphin,
Well,
hit us up.
we just really need two of those things. Because schmuck that'll wrestle a dolphin, I think we have a number of people we could talk into it.
Oh, I'm positive of that. Yeah, it'd probably be cheaper, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Easy for me to say, huh?
Yeah, well, sort
you
of.
heard it here first, folks.
And that is true. This is the first place you've heard that.
Yeah,
I would be willing to bet that.
maybe.
And to anyone that's offended by that, we're kidding. Get a life.
Get a life.
Get a life.
Go cry into your dick-shaped pillow,
Yeah.
as Jim would say.
Yeah, man. Cry yourself to sleep on your cock-shaped pillow.
Yeah. You said that to me a lot.
Yeah, I've been saying that for years. I don't remember where I heard it. I think I heard it. It sounds to me when I say it in a voice that reminds me of something I would hear Ryan Reynolds say under his breath.
For sure.
So I think it might have been like from the movie Waiting, maybe.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Maybe.
I have that movie somewhere. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, there might be.
That's a good one.
Might be a cock-shaped pillow line
Might
in
be.
that movie.
I could definitely see that being the case.
I definitely use the line, I would do you, probably even pay. I use that a lot.
Okay.
I definitely use that from that movie a lot.
Okay.
I was joking with a friend today. We were talking on the phone and we were talking about like he was saying, I used to think that you were like funny in a clever way, but I realize that you're funny in the way that you just remember a bunch of things that like Will Ferrell says in Anchorman and Tommy Boy stuff, and you just regurgitate it, and you're not really original at all, but you just have good timing on when to use other people's jokes and insults.
Well, that's why you're not a comedian.
And I said, thank you. That is a fantastic compliment.
That's why you're not a comedian. You're just,
Exactly.
You're a smart guy
Yeah.
who can read the room.
I have recall
You have recall.
of funnier people's
Comprehension
stuff.
skills?
I say that person's funnier than me. I'm going to use their line.
Yeah. I don't know.
I am
I
the
commend you for it.
the bastard child of Will Ferrell and Jack Black, I like to say.
Okay.
Because I look like one and I steal all the material from the other.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Jack Black things ever was in Orange County when they're ready to go and he goes, wait. All right, let's go. That was yeah. So if you could do that for me one day.
Someday.
Okay.
I'll work on it.
Cool. Awesome. And with that,
Oh, before we go, I have a science thing for all of you for Thanksgiving.
oh, okay.
Right?
Go on.
All right. So everybody has at one time or another either heard someone complain about or complained themselves about dry turkey.
Yep.
Right? Everybody's tried a number of things to make that turkey not dry. I recommend one, bacon blanket. My brother made a bacon blanket once, right? Like
Yeah, cross it.
cross it and make a blanket of bacon. Love it. But cook the turkey upside down.
I've heard that one before.
Now, my mom has done this, and I did this once, and it really works.
Yeah.
Right? The science is legit.
Now, do you raise the turkey?
Yes.
Okay, because
Yes.
crispy
No.
skin
Crispy
is a
skin
must.
has to happen.
And it can't be
right?
crispy if it's. Yeah.
But
okay.
what you do is you cook it upside down until you have the last half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it over
Flip flop.
if you can. Turkeys are heavy and they're hot, but flip it over and then you can get that top done.
Okay.
Right? But if you raise it up off. You get one of those. What are those things?
The thing
like
in the roaster.
Yeah, it looks like an X.
Yeah,
like,
some of
like
them
a
are
V, and it
little
holds
bit
everything up.
more of a yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, cook that turkey upside down, and then gravity is working in your favor
And
with
all
the juices,
and the juices.
right? And you also get a crispier stuffing because
Yeah.
the stuffing is now closer to the top. And if you can flip it over, throw the broiler on and get that skin done. Also, you can, when you leave the skin on, you just cut little slices in the skin, and you literally like cut up an entire pound of butter,
Just
and you just slide it in the
them.
skin. But you
Yeah.
can also slide things like garlic and bacon under that skin.
Yeah. So what was the science experiment again?
Oh, it's the flipping the turkey upside down to use gravity.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's more like a pro tip to me.
I'm not a pro. Is it a pro tip? I haven't heard that much.
Episode 1, we're professionals.
We are professionals. My brother fried a turkey once.
Frying turkey is
I've never had fried turkey.
amazing.
I bet it is. I bet it looked amazing.
It's dangerous.
It looked like a picture from a cooking show
Yeah.
of the turkey. It's like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
that's exactly how they do it.
Yeah.
Besides like
fried turkey is
yeah,
amazing.
spray tan and Vaseline. Like this was the legit way to do it.
Yeah, it is legit. I enjoy it quite thoroughly. So,
But yeah, that's my little bit of science for your Thanksgiving.
yeah, homework or something
Well,
else.
you got a couple
He doesn't know
days.
what he's
You got a
talking
couple
about.
days to do your plan, whatever your plan is.
Yeah. And don't forget the antipasto.
Yeah, bread and
buy
cheese.
your cheese now,
bread and cheese, yo.
because if you don't buy your cheese now, it'll end up on our plates.
And you're gonna get stuck with like Cracker Barrel cheese,
That sucks.
which I'll have with crackers at like 3 a.m. when taste is not an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, go somewhere and have someone carve you off cheese from something bigger
Yeah. Yeah.
and bring that home. Good center chunk.
Again, pro tip.
Yeah, pro tip.
So,
Pro tip.
with that said, have a lovely Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hope,
Don't eat too little.
No. Definitely drink more than you thought you should.
You'll never regret it.
Good decisions.
That's what we're here for.
Good decisions.
We always make good decisions here.
Yeah. This is Mike.
I'm Mike.
He's Mike.
He's Jimmy.
I'm Jimmy. We are. Bacon is my passion. And this has been our Thanksgiving special.
I thought it went pretty well.
Me too.
Food for thought, food for the belly.
Yeah.
Canned bread.
Canned bread.
Muriatic
That's the
acid.
takeaway. The takeaway, canned bread, frozen cucumbers, turkey upside down, and keep drinking. Keep drinking, y'all.
Keep drinking, y'all.
Cheers.
Clinky, clinky. See you next week.
See you next week. Have a good one. Stay safe.